record for me? Okay, good. So we are going to actually start standing up today, which I know, I love to lay everyone down for abs, but I feel like this is our moment to get warm standing first. And just bear with me. If I lose service, the wind is really bad. I'm going to switch over to my hotspot. So just don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. We know the drill with that. Go ahead and reach your hands all the way up overhead for me. Gaze is going to go up towards that ceiling. And then you're just going to go ahead and dive those hands down to the mat for me and hang there nice and heavy just for a moment. Find that nice little rock from side to side here. Good. And then I want you to slowly start to roll yourself all the way back up. And we're just getting into our warm up, so you're fine. Once you're set, just go into a couple of those roll ups. Reach hands up overhead one more time, and then we'll dive all the way back down. Can you grab opposite elbows for me? And just give yourself that nice slow little rock from side to side. Let your head fall heavy. Come back through center, release those elbows, and just slowly roll yourself all the way up to the top. Big roll of your shoulders to the back of the room, big roll of the shoulders to the front. And we are going to get started in that standing leg series. So we're going to start with right side moving. If you have Balas and they're not on, stick them on, make this hard. And then what I want you to do is start on that right side only in that lunge. So you're going to come back, either tap that knee and go right into that knee lift. I want them slow and controlled. So as you lift that knee, you'll point through that toe and then bring that knee back down to the mat. Squeeze left cheek at the top, and then you're going to drive through that left heel as you lift. Any knee injuries, you're not going to go down quite as low. Just take your time as you step back. And if that feels too much, you can always meet us in your squats. From here, you've got about 20 seconds left in that nice low lunge into that nice knee lift. So I want you to think about the hold at the top. Find your balance. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze through your glutes. And as you lift that knee, you're going to pull from your lower abs. You've got 10 seconds left right here. You're going to meet me with that knee lifted. We've got a nice combo movement to kick it off right in the beginning after we hit those single leg deadlifts. Here we go. We've got 5, 4, 3, good, 2. Meet me at the top on 1. Hands can either stay in prayer here. I know you're finding some balance, or you can reach. You're going to extend that right leg to the back of the room, full reach of those hands, come back up to standing. So it's that nice little seesaw. You're going to feel that left hamstring turning on. You're keeping your hips square for me, so the top of that foot faces the mat. If you lose your balance, you're just going to regroup, and then you're going to meet me back in it. Single leg deadlift right here. Here's what I want you to think. If you're losing your balance, hold onto a wall, a chair, or find that prayer position and really press your palms together. You still have about 20 seconds to go. Take your time. As you extend that right leg to the back of the room, I want you to think about the soft bend in your left knee for me. So really fire up that hamstring. You have 10 seconds to go. We're going to put the 2 movements together. So 3 big movements to kick it off. You're going to give me a reverse lunge, knee lift, single leg extension. In 3, in 2, add that lunge back in. You drop right knee down, lift and squeeze, full extension. If this is too much, just drop that right foot down. You can go into your staggered deadlift here as well. I'm fine with that. Hold on to this. You've got 1 balance challenge, a couple of pulses, and then a hold. So fight through this little burn. I know it's right in the beginning. You're just getting warm. Tough one to start with. But think about driving through that standing heel for me in that lunge and in your deadlift. You have 10 seconds, and I need you in that single leg hold with your arms extended, right leg pointing to the back of the room. You only have 1 hold there, and that leg drops back down. So you're going to make it through this fine. You have 5 seconds. Here we go. 4 and 3. Final 2. Extend that leg. Hold for me. From here, I want you to point through your toe. Can you pull belly button in? Hips are square. You're either reaching those hands or those hands are in prayer, and we are just holding. Take a big inhale here. Bend that left knee down just an inch. Squeeze through that right seat. You have 8 seconds. I know you can do this. 6 and 5. Hold for 4. Right leg drops down. Find that lunge hold. In 3. Good. In 2. Drop down, lunge, hold. Yes. Drop down, lunge, hold. You can do it. Take that back knee down. Meek, I know you guys are like, wait, we already had to do lunges yesterday. Drop that seat down 1 more inch. Hands come to prayer. You pulse to finish. You're going to stand after this. Can you burn it out? Drive through that left heel for me. You're not bouncing. You are driving that seat down, squeezing your cheek for 10, For 9, yes, you can. 8, good. Shoulders stay relaxed. 6 and 5, you stand in 4. In 3, final 2, all the way up, stand tall. Hands come up overhead. Quick transitions today. You're going to dive those hands down to your mat. Hands come to the mat, step all the way back. First set of push-ups here. Spread fingertips out. Option to come onto the meaty part of those knees. You come down for 2. Exhale, press up for 2. Take your time in your push-ups. 3 rounds of push-ups today. 1 happens here in between sides. Your heart rate's up a little bit. If you need to hand release your push-ups, hand release your push-ups. I want you to think inhale as you lower, exhale as you press to lift. Nice, Jay. Think also, can you plug your belly button in? Pull belly button to spine, squeeze your cheeks. Yes. You have 5 seconds. You're going to come into a high plank for me in 4, high plank in 3. Finish out your push up here in 2. Everyone find that high plank hold. High plank hold. It's only 10 seconds. Take a big inhale here for me. Open your feet up just a little because we're going to lift into our downward dog. No one gets dizzy here. You take your time as we stand. In 5, hips lift towards the ceiling. In 4, in 3, good. In 2, now lift hips up nice and high. You get to pedal out those knees for a moment. Take your time walking feet into your hands, hands into your feet. Hang there nice and heavy, and then take your time as you roll back up to the top. Big roll of those shoulders. That left leg is what's going to move next. No break. So you're going to step back into that left side lunge with that knee lift. You step back, you drive that knee up towards your chest. Now you actually are on your dominant side here, even though that left leg is moving. I have it set up so your right leg is your stabilizer on purpose here. As you drive that knee back, can you think about really pressing through that right heel to keep everything contracted as you squeeze? I want the knee lift at the top, and I want you to give me a baby hold at the top just so you can really find that balance in that squeeze. Good. I wasn't sure if you're going to leave your sweatshirt on the whole time. My feelings might have been hurt. All the way down. Good. Lift and squeeze to the top. I am fine if you use your arms as you're lifting, as you're reaching. You're going to come into that single leg deadlift at about 15 seconds. Take your time here, but also finding that sense of urgency where you know you're pushing yourself just a little bit more now that you're warm. I want you to hold at the top in 5. Get those last 2 lunges in for 4. You have it. 3. In 2, hold at the top on 1. Lift that knee, hold. Lift that knee, hold. Freeze, freeze, freeze. You have this. Find your balance. Hands either come into that prayer position or you're going to reach for me. We are going to extend that leg. Left leg comes all the way back. And then we drive that knee up. Good. Extend that leg all the way back. Ooh, that right hammy should feel good. And then extend that leg back to center. Slow down on these if you're losing your balance. You're welcome to stagger in that deadlift if it feels better, but use your breath. Inhale, exhale as you reach, squeezing through that leg, and then you'll stand all the way back up. Option always to touch a chair, a wall, but just really find your challenge spot and don't worry about what anyone else is doing. You have 10 seconds here. In 10 seconds, we add them both together, really just warming up those legs. This is like one of my favorite series. I know we usually fly through these, lots of pulses and holds, but let's just take our time in this first set. Meet me at the top in 3. In 2, add it together on 1. So step back into your lunge, drive that left knee up, extend that left leg back. So everything happens on that left side. It's only 30 seconds, so I know everyone has it. Drop that knee down. We lift and squeeze, and then we extend to the back of the room. Final 20. Think about the hold you're about to come into. Use your breath. Let your toes wrap around that mat. Drive through that heel. In 10 seconds is when I need you just holding at the top for me. You're going to extend that left leg. You do not have to do another single leg deadlift today. So you got to nail this one right here in 5. In 4, we hold. In 3, you have this. 2, extend left leg back and hold. Extend that left leg back. I know you have it. I know you have it. Press your palms together. Take a big inhale. Contract through your abs. Let your abs help. Beautiful, Mika. Hold, 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 hold. I need 8 seconds, and then you're going to drop that back leg back. Yes, Max. Perfect right there. You don't have to go any lower. 5, 4, nice, Andy. 3, and 2, everybody step back into your lunge hold. Step back into your lunge hold. Your legs should be warm. I know, on purpose. Hold. You have this. Let those muscles start to change. I want you to freeze. You have 8 seconds until we pulse to finish. You can do this. It's for the first 10 minutes. It'll be done so fast you won't realize how fast it went. Hold, 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 hold. Can you start to pulse it out to finish? Drive that knee down, drive that tailbone down. Think about how we cue that second position. Drive that knee down an inch and up an inch. Shoulders look great around these rooms. Keep shoulders relaxed. You can do this. I only need 10 seconds. We stand. Second set of push-ups happens right after that. You've got 8 and 7. Can you make sure those knees are right on top of that ankle and right underneath of that hip? 5, 4, here we go. 3 and 2. On 1, we stand. We drive those hands right down. We step back and we are going to go into hand release push-ups. You're going to come all the way down, release those hands, press up either on your knees, or as you come down, you'll press up onto your toes. Second round of push-ups right here. Only 3 today. So you've already made it through the first 2 in that 10-minute warm-up. First series, we won't even say warm-up. That would be mean. Everyone fight for this next 20 seconds. Yes. Lovely. It looks really strong. I can't remember if that's Emily or Rebecca, but I want to say I'm going to go for it. They look great. Push-ups look fabulous. Hold on to those. Breathe for me right here. Here's what I need. 5 more seconds. Can you get 2 more in? Meet me in a forearm plank. You're going to go have a child's pose after this. 3 and 2 forearm planks around the room. Forearm planks. I know you want the break. Don't take it. Can you glue your inner thighs together? Press into that mat. If you would prefer to be on a hand plank because of where the floor you're on, I'm fine with it. I just want you in a plank for 20 more seconds. You're headed into a child's pose, so you're going to be fine. Take a big inhale here for me. As you exhale, what can you contract? Can you squeeze inner thighs a little tighter? Can you draw belly button up towards that spine? Press shoulders away. 8 seconds and you're in a child's pose. 7, you'll get water. 6, my extra challenge, flip those palms towards the ceiling. I know you're already there. It looks good. 4 and 3, final 2, child's pose, rest. Everybody rest. First series done. Good. Really strong. So we're going to come down and stay on that mat. So if you do need to transition that computer down, go ahead and transition that down now. Take a sip of water if you'd like. We're staying in your legs. If you didn't put your Balas on yet, grab your Balas. You can use a 2 or 3 pound weight for the first couple of changes, but we're going to go into some side lying clams and some leg extensions now, so you can take that extra challenge. If you are really dying for a prop and you want to use a band, I'll tell you when you can put that on. Couple extra challenges for friends today. I always cue you laying all the way down on your clams. Today, I'd like you to start on your left side for me, on that left side, and I'm going to cue you on your forearms just to fatigue shoulders a little bit. If it's too much, you drop down when you want to. So we're going to start on that left side. You're going to bring your knees to 90. So your shins are at the front of your mat. You're drawing that nice 90-degree angles, driving knees up towards your chest. Don't sink down. We're not modeling here. Press yourself up, pull obliques in, flex through your feet. Now lift to the top and hold. Lift to the top and hold. That top hand can press into the mat so you stay square here. Now start pulsing up an inch and down an inch. Take those 2 fingers, put them right on the corner pocket of your booty. I want you to squeeze your butt here. Your knee is not driving this. Your heel is not driving this. Everything is coming from the contraction in your glutes. You have 8 and 7. Good. 6 squeezes right here for me. 5 and 4. Perfect. 3 and 2 on 1. Can you hold right where you are? You're going to extend it to the front of the room for 2, pull it back for 2. You're going to start to feel some cramping happening right in that hip motion. If it's too much to extend that leg, then you'll stay in that isometric hold of your pulses. You're going to extend forward for 2. I'm okay if it comes at the ankle. If it's too hard for you to bring that foot forward, good. Extend forward for 2, pull it back. You have 5 seconds here. I'm just cramping in my own hips today. 4 seconds to go. You're going to pull that knee back in 3. Good. And 2, hold back at that 90 back to your pulses. Little tiny squeezes. Your range of motion will change when you lay down, and you'll feel it because you're out of your oblique and that pinching motion. You have 6 little lifts. 5 to go. Good. 4 and 3. You're going to hold at the top at 2. On 1, freeze for me right here. Can you lift that bottom heel? Connect your heels, toes apart. You're going to close those knees open, squeeze. Close those knees open, squeeze. So we're just getting a little inner thigh and that outer thigh. Bottom leg now starts to work. 8, 7. Yes, you can. 6 and 5. You've got 4 right here. 3, 2. Can you hold this next one open? You're going to extend that leg, glue your heels together. Extend that leg, contract, glue heels together. Bottom leg doesn't move. I know I'm making you think about a lot of things today, but I want you to think about the contraction in your quad. Squeeze heels together for 4. We added together 3. Perfect. 2. On this one, you close those legs, open, extend, bend, squeeze, open, extend, and bend. Both legs should be working here. Keep your shoulders stacked for me. If you have your balas on, you're on fire. Now you've got it. 6 and 5, 4, 3, final 2, hold on 1. Lift your heels up 1 inch higher. We're getting ready to extend that top leg. It's going to feel good. If you're not laying down already, go ahead and lay all the way down as we go into those leg extensions. From here, you just have 5 more seconds. Get those heels up. 4, 3, and 2. Close knees, lower legs down. Take top leg, extend it right over that bottom leg so you're at that angle. Can you reconnect to those abs? Press into that mat. You're going to lift to about that halfway point. So I don't need you to show me how flexible you are. I want you to find that nice long angle as if you were pointing to, you know, that 2 o'clock mark. From here, up an inch and down an inch. Now the top of your foot is going to face me. If anything, it's trying to face down. If you externally rotate, you're not going to get into it. Internally rotate and just pulse up an inch and down an inch. Everything's coming from that side booty, outer thigh. 8 here. Good. 7 and 6. Hold on to it. 5. Little bend and press in 4. In 3. Final 2. Little bend, extend. Little bend, extend. Think 2-inch bend, big reach. 2-inch bend, big reach. You can do this. 8 here. We have 3 changes left in the side lying leg. We hit a little bit of abs between that other side. Good. Heavy on legs today, I know. 6, 5, good. 4 and 3, final 2. Hold right there for me. You're going to pull that leg to the front a couple inches, to the back a couple inches, to the front a couple inches. Be careful of your neighbors. At least you're all friendly. And I don't care if those toes kiss a little bit. Yep, back, and then pull it forward. Don't let that leg drop. It's going to want to start to drop. Don't let it. You're going to feel this burn start to migrate down the side of your leg. 6 and 5, just 2 changes left. 4 and 3, good. 2, meet me back right where you started. Plant your hand into that mat. You're going to tap tricep, extend. Tap that tricep and extend. Good. Tap, extend. We're going to go into a combo movement. You're going to tap that toe down. Then you're going to bring it into your extension here. Then all we'll have is a hold left. Can you pull it in, extend, and squeeze? Keep that toe facing forward. We've got 8, and we add it together. 7 and 6. Hold on to it. 5 and bend. You're right there. 4 and bend. Good. 3 and 2. Hold it out right here. You tap it down, lift and squeeze. You bend it in and extend. You tap it down, lift and squeeze. In and extend. I feel like Jordan used to love these. Mika used to love some side lying legs. Everyone tap and you lift. You pull it in and extend. 10 seconds. We're in our final hold. We come to our back. You should be really feeling that squeeze. If you're just moving your leg and you're not pointing through your toe, you're going to wonder what I'm having you do. Make this count and do not cheat yourself. In 5 seconds, leg stays long and strong. In 4, get that leg up there. 3 and 2, everybody out and hold, out and hold. Now is when you can give me that extra inch up. I want you to press as hard as you can into that mat. Pull your abs in, contract through your leg like there's a cast on it. I need 10 seconds. No bend in that knee. Yes, you've got it. Thanks for staying extra challenge. Mags, that looks great. Hold, hold, hold. 5 seconds. 4 and you're on your back. 3. Yes, Andy. 2, 1, rest. Everyone lower down. Give your leg a nice little punch, roll onto your back. You know, everyone looks like they're in the army. It didn't even look like that was hard. So fine, I'll take note on the other side. Take a nice little rock from side to side for me right here. Bring legs into tabletop, hands behind your head. Take a big inhale, exhale, lift, hold. Good. Exhale, lift, hold. You're going to reach your hands to your ankles. Give me 3 pulses right at the top of that range. Hands come back behind your head. You lower down. Exhale, lift, reach. Pulse. 3, 2, 1. Hands behind your head. You lower. Exhale to reach. 3 pulses at the top. 3 changes between sides. Just getting those abs engaged right here. If you can press your knees an inch away from you, you're going to fire up your lower abs just a little bit more. Now that you're in a basic movement, focus on your breath. It's an exhale to lift. Once you're in that isometric hold, you give me 3 pulses towards your ankles. You bring your hands back behind your head. You lower down. Good. You're going to stay lifted on this next one for me. On this next one, everyone stays lifted. Knees are still at 90. Hands come behind your head. Slow bicycles. Twist right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right. We twist, twist. Good. Twist, and twist. Think about how high you can come off of that mat. For me, this isn't about just rolling through those shoulders. It's can I come up 1 inch higher, twisting through center here. You have 10, 9, good, 8 and 7. You have 6 more pulses, 5, good, 4 and 3, lovely, 2 on 1. Hold center for me. I know you want to lower down, don't do it. From here, I want you to take those hands, reach them back towards your ankles. You extend arms and legs in opposition. You reach back towards your ankles. Arms and legs in opposition, reach back towards your ankles. Last change and you rest. If it's too much, keep your hands reaching either towards your ankles or behind your head. If not, it's that nice star crunch. If you want to grab your shins at the top, you can. We have 5 seconds. That's it. 4. We're going to roll onto our right side after this. In 3, beautiful. 2 on 1. Everybody, knees come into your chest. Rest. Take a nice little rock from side to side. And when you're ready, you either take a sip of water or you just roll onto that right side. We're just flying through it here today. Yes. Same as we started last time. You can stay in your form as long as you need to, but I need you to press into your mat, lift from your obliques, because if you start to just roll into it, there's nothing good is happening in that shoulder. So lift all the way up. Find your nice little 90s for me. Balas are hopefully still on. Press into that mat, flex your feet, lift, hold. Take a big inhale here. Let's reset for this side. Set your intention right now because we need to give this side the same amount of love. From here, you're going to start with your pulses up. Right here is when you're thinking, is this squeeze coming from my glute? If you have tight hips, lay all the way down. If you're like me and those hips are tight or your body is sore, it's okay if you're not positioned in this on your shoulder forearm. You have 8 and 7. We squeeze, make this count. Flex that foot, go 5 and 4. You're right there. 3 and 2, 1. Freeze, extend it forward. For 2, you bend it back. For 2, go extend it forward. For 2, extend it back. For 2, your goal is to get those toes either parallel or that heel to be a little bit higher. Yep, 5 and 4, back to center in 3 and 2. Last one, back to center, little pulses up, little squeezes here, a little squeeze. Good, it's 8 and 7, 6 extra challenges to stay lifted. We know I'm going to lay down with these tight little hips. Go 5, 4, 3 and 2. Hold for me right here. Lift that bottom heel. Connect your heels together. You're going to squeeze inner thighs, extend, squeeze and open. Both legs are working here. You might feel a little bit of fatigue because the top leg was already stabilizing before. 8 and 7. Good. 6. We hold it open here in 4. Nice. 3 and 2. Last squeeze. Extend that leg. Reach and tap those heels. Extend and tap. Contract through that quad. Extend that heel past those toes. Keep pressing into your mat. 8 and 7. You have this. 6 and 5. Hold on to it. 4. We add it together here in 3 and 2. Heels squeeze. We close and open, extend and bend. You have it. Close and open, extend and tap those heels. Squeeze, open, extend. 2 more. You got it here. Squeeze and open, extend, and we bend. Last one. Squeeze and open, extend, bend, and hold. Press into your mat. If you squeeze your heels, you will feel this, I promise you, in both legs. Squeeze your heels as tight as you can. Press into that mat. You're going to lower both legs in 8 and 7. Don't cheat yourself. Heels stay high. 5 and 4. You're there for 3 and 2, 1. Rest. If you need to, you give your booty a little bit of a punch. You're going to extend that top leg. It stays right over that toe. You meet me at that halfway point. It's about 8 or 9 o'clock, probably 9 o'clock. Yes. Little pulses up, little presses. Think about where the top of your foot is. Can you turn and internally rotate that leg as opposed to opening it up? Keep everything square. Belly button stays in. 8 pulses here for 8 and 7. Let me see those little legs, those little pointed toes. 6, 5. Good. 4, 3. Make this count. 2. Freeze for me at the top. Little bend and press. Now, the little bend and press is one of my favorites because it's that little release, contract, squeeze. Little release, contract, squeeze. And then you can start to speed it up as you get that movement. 8 and 7, 6, good. 5, 4, we hold. 3 and 2, 1, freeze. We pull it forward and back. Good. A couple inches forward, a couple inches back. Your hips don't go anywhere. You're finding that rotation in the top of your legs. These always fire me up a little bit because you're contracting. It's like there's a cast on your leg. And I just want you to feel that squeeze happening. 10 and 9, good. 8 and 7. You have this. 6 and 5, final 4 and 3, last 2. Hold center on 1 for me. Tap elbow, extend tricep or that elbow extend and squeeze. I'm okay if you pick up the pace as long as you're getting that squeeze at the top. Contract and bend that leg. It's 10 and 9, good. In 8-week combo, you'll add that tap in 7, good. 6, 5 and 4, we're there. 3 and 2, add that tap to the mat on this next one here. We tap, lift, bend and extend, tap it down, lift and squeeze, bend and extend. You're coming down to the finish line on these little leggies. You're going to get a break in them as we go into abs and arms. So here's what I need you to think. 5 seconds left. Can you make this count? Head into your final hold right here with that really, really strong, deliberate squeeze in 3, in 2. Everyone extend, squeeze. Here's where I'm going to let you give me that extra inch. Yes. Yes, Max. Nice. Hold. Beautiful, Mika. Hold, hold, hold. Yes, everyone's got it. Nice, Mia. Jordan, hold. 5, 4, 3, and 2, 1. Rest. Everything comes in. Come to your back for a moment. I want happy babies. A little bit of those knees in towards your chest. We're heading into our last little bit of push-up and plank work. If you need a sip of water, you're going to take it. I know some of my friends need modifications here, so I will yell out some forearm plank work, but I want you to try to follow along if you don't have any wrist issues. Meet me in an all-4 position to start. So we're going to just do a little cat-cow stretch right here, a little cat-cow stretch. We're already at that last 10-minute mark, so we're flying by today. Drop belly button down, mental pep talk for our plank series. Good. 4 changes and a hold. You ready? From here, you are going to bring those hands, spread fingertips out nice and wide. You're going to meet me in your push-up position to start. I know some of my friends can do these on their toes, or you're going to be on your knees. You're going to give me a 2-count push-up for about 20 seconds. Down on that 2 count, press back up. Down on that 2 count, press back up. We're going to start in the push-up. 4 changes total, so you know where you are. You're in that first change. Don't blow it out of the water right now because I want you to see if you can stay in this. This is your way of challenging yourself in that plank to hold on to it. In about 5 seconds, you're going to meet me at the top of that plank. You're going to lift your knees. You go right into shoulder taps in 3. Nice, Jay. You've got it. 2. Everyone's at the top of that range. I do not care if you stay on your knees, but I know I have some really advanced folks on, so tuck your toes, spread your feet out, and go right into those shoulder taps. Your other option is to stay on those forearms and go into your reaches or your knee taps. 20 seconds in these shoulder taps. You can do this. I need you to breathe for me in those taps. Do not let your hips rock. Trust your body. You're going into your plank up downs next. They're going to be your least favorite change, but you'll know it's your 3rd change. You've got it in 5, 4, 3, and 2. On 1, we lower down. For 2, we replace hands with those elbows, switch sides down. 2, lift. 2, let your heart rate come up. Let your arms start to work. You can do this. 20 seconds left. You're going to be on your forearms for the rest of the changes. You have this. You're in your 3rd change. You have 1 change and a hold left. Trust your body. You are on your forearms in a hold in 8 and 7. Do not cheat yourself. You have this. You are so much stronger in your abs than you realize. 5 and 4, 3, 2. Everyone find that forearm plank hold. You have less than a minute. I know you have this. I want you to walk your feet out, out, in. You have this. Out, out, walk feet in and in. It doesn't have to be huge, but you've got to move those legs, use those lower abs. You finish in a hold in less than 15 seconds. Breathe for me. Yes, you have it. Really strong, Mika. Hold. Everyone meet me in that center forearm plank hold here in 5, in 4, final 3 and 2, 1, freeze. Yes, Max, hold. Nice, Andy. Everyone's forms and everyone's rooms look really nice. I need 20 seconds and that's it. So if your inner thighs are not glued together, you glue them together like you don't have an option. There's $100 bill. I get it from everyone if you open those legs. Yep. Give me final 10 seconds. You're in a child's pose in 9, in 8. You have the 7, 6, final 5 and 4. Good. 3, 2, 1. Rest. You're out of it. Rest. Press all the way back. Let's take a little bit of a stretch. Open knees nice and wide. Start to reach those hands forward. Start to inch those fingertips towards the top of your mat. Feel that upper back taking that nice little stretch. Big inhale here and that exhale. Good. I am going to bring you back onto your backs for a little bit of ab work. Know that you're really almost right to the end of this. If you need a sip of water, you're going to take that now, and then you're going to meet me on your back, pressing lower back into the mat. Take a big inhale here and know that you've got a little bit over 5 minutes to go. So you're doing great. Hands are going to come behind your head for me, and we are going to float those legs to tabletop here. Take a big inhale, and then I want you to think about your 2-count lift. Once you get to the top, you're going to tap right toe down. You're going to tap your left toe down. We lower, exhale, lift, and squeeze. If you are newer and you're not feeling good about your toe taps, you're only going to let your toes fall down as far as you can before your back lifts. So what I need you to think about here is if your lower back lifts off of that mat, you're not helping yourself. It's not doing what you want it to do. You can always reach toes a little bit further, but what I want you to think about in that lift, some of you will feel better reaching hands for those toe taps, then lower and back down. You just have about 2 more to go right here. Tap, lift, good, tap and lift. Lower right back up. We're going to hold at the top on this next one. So everyone gives me 1 more full range, 1 more tap of that right toe, left toe, hold. Now start to just pulse up an inch and down an inch, right at the top of your range, right where your belly's starting to get nice and warm and you think you need that break. You don't, you have this. 6 little pulses right at the top. Press those knees away from you. If your knees have gone past your hips, press them away. Find the challenge spot. I know how strong you are. 6 and 5, good, 4 and 3, final 2, hold on 1, reach hands towards the ceiling, go into your alternating dead bug, exhale, lift, squeeze, inhale to lower, exhale, lift, squeeze. This is your only option right here. If you want to lower head, neck, and shoulders and give your head that little bit of a break, now is your chance to do that in your dead bug, but take your time. The dead bug is actually much harder if you breathe correctly. Inhale to reach, exhale, pull lower back into that mat. You have bicycles on deck and they're going to be fun. So everyone breathe for me. 5 seconds and we bicycle. 4 and 3. Beautiful. 2. Come back to center, hands behind your head. You're going to twist and give me a 2-count hold on each side. Twist, hold. Good. Twist, hold. So make sure you give me that little hold with that leg extension. Yep. Twist, hold. Beautiful. Twist, hold. You ready to run it out? Last time, twist, hold. Here we go. We twist, 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 and twist. Can you come up 1 inch higher? I'm going to give you a break after this, so don't cheat yourself. You have it. Twist and twist right here. Twist and twist. Fight right to the end for me. Nice, Maggie. Here we go. 10, 9, 8. No temper tantrums. Full extension of that leg. You've got it. 6 and 5. You're right there. 4, 3, final 2, and 1. You rest. Knees into your chest. Good. Knees into your chest. Find that nice little rock from side to side. We're getting ready for that last little bit of work, last series here. Bring knees into your chest though and find that rock from side to side. You are going to rock yourself up to that seated position for me. A little bit of a stretch here. Take that left hand. You're going to reach it to the back of the room. Find a little bit of a spinal twist here. Like feels like it wouldn't be a holiday without a bar burpee. Come back through center. Bring that left hand forward, right hand behind you. Good. Hold for me. That last little bit of work. We come back through center. You're going to whip those feet behind you and you're going to give me that cat-cow stretch. We are going to stand up one more time. Option for you of where you want those computers to be. We've got a little bit of squat work and then we come into that bar burpee and then you are going to finish for me standing. So up to you. I'm going to lift this computer up so that you are not looking at the top of my head and you can see that smiling face. Everybody meet me on that mat. You have 30 seconds in body weight squats. We're just going to get our heart rate up one more time. Heels turn in, toes are going to turn out for me. As you come down in the beginning, some of you, depending on how your hips are, might want those feet a little bit wider, but I want you to find a body weight squat. I'm fine if Balas stay on. If you're over them, you can take them off. But can you think about spreading that floor apart at the bottom of that squat and then squeeze your glutes at the top for me? It's a body weight squat. I know you could hold a heavy weight here, but because it's your just body weight, think about your form. Inhale to lower, Think about knees pressing apart, spreading that floor apart, and then you squeeze your glutes to come to the top. Extra challenge, lift those heels at the top. Go right into that heel lift. Press your hands back to give me that tricep extension at the bottom. So we, at the top, excuse me, lift, squeeze. Lower down, lift, squeeze. Think about sitting that seat back in that imaginary chair, lift and squeeze right to the top. Heart rate should be coming up right here. You're headed down into a hold in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, good. 6, I love when you guys are in unison. 5, 4, hold at the bottom in 3, in 2, come to the bottom, hold. Come to the bottom, hold. Back to that prayer position. Let's just pray through this last little hold. Bar burpees is how you finish it. It's going to feel so nice. And you're just going to be so thankful at the end of this. The heart rates will be up. Metabolism will be going today. We're just talking through this hold because you have 8 seconds left. Can you take a big inhale, bring the weight into your heels, press those knees apart. You're dropping your hands down, walking back into your plank in 3, in 2, on 1, drop hands down. You walk back, 2, in, 2, lift, squeeze, squat down, drop hands. It's back, 2, in, 2, lift, squat. My advanced friends are going to jump back and jump in. If you wanted more push-ups, now's your moment to give me a push-up at the bottom. You make this bar burpee the whatever you want it to be. Walk back, jump back, add a push-up. I need a beautiful squat at the top. Don't bend over, squat down, drop hands. Here we go. You have this. Only 15 seconds left, 15 seconds left, 15 seconds left. You're there. 10 and 9. We'll head into a child's pose at the end of this. And 8, 7, finish it strong. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you rest. If we do cut off, I'm just going to tell you, stay in this child's pose for a couple minutes or a couple seconds, 30 seconds, and rest. I'll be back on next week. We'll talk through times, but really nice work today. You all did fabulous. Find that child's pose if you're not there. And I